What's up, guys? Yugi here to bring you another podcast, and this time we have special guests. We've got Tekking101.
Hiya!
We've got Retro Ryno. We've got Kaio as per usual.
Hello.
Bonjour.
And let's go down the line and you guys give a brief little description of your channel, starting with Tekking once again.
Hey guys, Tekking here. I talk about, anime, manga, usually with superpowers of some kind. Pirates, school kids, that kind of stuff. I don't talk about school kids as like a main focus of the channel. It's school kids with superpowers, that's a different thing.
Tech, we're gonna... Why don't you have a seat? I'm Chris Hansen.
New meme of the year.
Well, the year's almost over.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, give us
go.
a little go.
I review body pillows. No, I animate on my channel, and I do mostly animations of Bleach. That's what most people know me for. I'll do other shorts, and I stream myself drawing and animating, and people watch sometimes.
Well, if you guys tuned into last time, but if you didn't, I'll let you guys know now. I mainly do One Piece content. I do like chapter reviews. I haven't done anime reviews in a long time, but I have been keeping up to date. I will bring those back. And I've recently bought in the Magic series, which I'm going to be mainly focusing on One Piece. I've done one on Luffy, which is already out. It's doing pretty okay. I'm hoping it does better. I mean... But, it will probably build over time, hopefully. I've just released one on Naruto, but that was like a special request. And also doing versus battles with Yugi, so that's where you guys know Yugi from.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
No.
Damn
But
it.
do you talk about school kids?
I have. It didn't get views.
Who does that?
Don't bring that up, please.
Oh.
Hey, I'm only
YouTube's
small.
a changing.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, most manga protagonists are like between the ages of like 13 and 16.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Luffy's like one of the few
Yeah.
that's like 19.
Golden 15.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
It
19
is, right?
is such a
Yeah.
weird age. Like, saying someone's 18 years old, it's like, wow, they're legal adult. That's what you think of. Then they're 19. You're
What's
just like,
with the weird
that's
numbers?
a year,
Just
huh?
round
Between...
up or round down.
Yeah.
Like 20, you're an adult. Boom, done, easy.
Yeah.
It's
That's like in the
Well,
U.S.
you
gotta be
like
20
the U.S.
Yeah,
You can sign
exactly.
your life away at 18, but you can't drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, 21. That's such a weird. Why
Yeah, yeah.
21?
Can't rent a car till you're 25.
Over here in the UK, it's like 18.
Yeah.
Like, they even...
Yeah.
In Canada,
Well,
you can drink
like,
at 18 too. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
I
definitely...
don't know.
18 and 19.
I'm not a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
I don't drink.
I
so
stopped drinking,
I've never
so,
really
yeah.
cared.
I'm not legal, so.
It's 19. It's 19.
Imagine a 26-year-old not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Well, I mean, it's actually becoming more common, I think. Like,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah, me
I have a
too.
lot of friends who don't drink at all. And it's not because, like, we have health issues or we just don't want and we don't have anything against it. Like, if I was at a party and someone's like, hey, try this,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
take a sip, I would.
Yeah,
have,
I understand.
But I don't
You're
Yeah,
not
the only
walking
thing-
into the
you know,
Denny's
on my
3 in
own
the
to
morning
drink.
puking in the
It's-
bathroom.
I've
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
have you ever been in a Denny's at like 2 in
Honestly-
the morning? It is such a fun
You
experience.
go ahead. Matt, you're aware of where
well,
I used to
didn't
work,
say
right?
if you worked at a Denny's at 2 in the morning.
That's why I brought it up.
But I mean, half the other employees
we
were
weren't
drunk
even
too, so
drunk,
it's
but
fine.
everybody else was, and it was just a really it was like a raucous party. It was fun.
That's like you ever been in a Walmart parking
Yeah.
lot at like 2 a.m. It's sketchy as all get out.
Yeah, I can't say I have done that. No.
Man, missing out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walmarts are like the kind of what's the word? Common
Redneck?
bottom
Redneck.
denominator or whatever. Yeah. See, I was trying to be
You're-
PC about
you're
it.
on the channel of the guy from Dr.
but
Owen. You
yes,
say redneck.
basically.
Oh, that's the state
Oh,
I was
no.
conceived in. That's lovely.
Yeah, me too.
Fun fact.
Fun.
I said that.
Hey, at your 6th birthday party, so I think it's time we told you
It's
where
like
you were
what every kid does
conceived.
not want to know.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't know when I
Yeah.
found out about that, but
Or, like-
I can't unlearn it now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
technically Southern.
Technically. That's a good
Consarn
good
it.
transition into the new era of Jump. So as you guys know, the new...
How?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'm
we
good at
just
snatching
jumped
the e-brake
right
and
into
just
it.
going right for it.
Yeah, I'm used to it, Yugi, on a daily basis with you.
Yeah. I mean, I could have gone and kept going, but let's just go on to the new era of Jump since this is take 2. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Ryan.
I don't know what you're talking
exactly
about. I
you're
was
talking about.
recording last time.
It was this
Hey,
future weasel or whatever his name
Just watch.
is.
Hey,
It was Ryan's distant cousin.
That's not
twice
nice.
removed.
You know, or is
twice
it
removed because he
alliteration
wouldn't
alligator?
record his friggin' audio. What? Why am I? Am I?
This is
am I
this
the
is your,
acronym
why did
zoo?
you pick Retro Ryno? Why did you pick
Yeah.
it? That's your reason. That's your problem to deal with,
Okay.
Ryan.
It was originally
Right.
Retro Ryan.
Yeah.
Let's
Fun
not
fact.
forget Optimus Primers.
But you know,
Yeah.
anyway, okay. So Shonen
Yep.
Jump changed
Yep,
their
yep.
policy.
Free new
Yeah.
chapters every Friday.
Hell yeah.
That was.
Da, 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 da.
Did you know? So you know, like with the Smash Bros. Meme where it's just like so and so joins the battle. Shonen Jump has joined the battle in their own manga viewings. They've decided to join the 20th
Well, we're
century.
in the 21st century, but okay.
And
I
that's
get it,
that's
yeah.
part of my point. That's
Wow,
how
that is pretty
that's how
Yeah.
that's how
Well,
behind they are.
Well, you gotta figure.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys remember a website
the internet
called
was
One Manga, like way back in the day? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm pretty old, but that was when it started. So you think they should have gotten on this like a while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a good thing that they're doing this, though, because, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it stops all, like, people getting into trouble, like, getting copyright strikes and shit like that, so...
Well, in theory,
Well, yeah.
I would okay. It should
see,
It's like half of YouTube's updates. They're like, all right, we've
makes
changed
this
this,
worse.
and it should help with this. And then the
The-
problem
Go
consists.
I was concerned about this because it's like, oh great, they're free now. Does that mean I can use the panels, or what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the only issue we've got is the whole Article 13 thing, where, like, if you use stuff that's
Yeah.
not that you can't prove is yours, should I say, it gets banned in Europe, so I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But then you got in America you have a thing called fair use. So that's like it's like all these different countries' laws and stuff, and it's like that's where the mess
Yeah.
comes from.
Luckily,
Yeah.
YouTube flies
Gets
under
complicated.
the American flag, so
Yeah, and also UK's coming out of
Yay.
the EU anyway. Well, depending on how
you
that
guys
goes.
are gonna be-
yeah.
Yeah. What?
Funny enough, I remember back when Ajit Pai's policy thing was going about, and that was a worry. What was that? I think
net
open
neutrality.
internet or
I think I
something like
remember
that,
that,
or
yeah,
Oh, net, yeah.
yeah, net
It-
neutrality. Yeah, back when
yeah,
that was
and
the
it
threat.
passed.
YouTube was talking. It's not.
What
I don't know
happened,
the
I
current
think, is this.
situation with it. I'm gonna be
passed,
honest.
But there's so many people that appealed against it or something.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of lawsuits. It's like a mess. It's not going to take a while to get resolved.
Like
you know?
25 of the states, day one, filed a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with stuff like that, it's going to take a
Yeah.
while to get to any resolution. So I wouldn't be worried about the full effects of net
Until
neutrality
we're all
for
old men.
at least a while. Yeah.
It's
no, it
basically not a thing right now.
Yeah.
Might be in the future, doubt it, but not
Yeah.
a thing right now. But I remember YouTube was talking about potentially moving their servers up to Canada if it were to happen.
isn't. Yeah.
Or it was a rumor I heard. I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if it's
it
real.
would
I
be.
mean, it would make sense because that would be a really good way to avoid a lot of the issues
I'm a
and
little
save
concerned
money.
on how they're going to run their servers on nothing but maple syrup, but
Okay, let's continue to make fun of
everything
me.
in Canada
and
is
my
run on maple syrup. That's
nationality.
the only joke I have for that country. I'm going to run it into the ground.
Same here.
Wow. I would totally make fun of America. If it
I
wasn't
got another one.
99% of the
I'm
viewers.
picturing like a moose wearing a lab coat, like looking at like computer monitors right now.
I'm just gonna title this. We
Ha 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 ha.
No, you can make fun of America. I don't care.
Oh no, my.
We only have.
But America's the best
Norway.
We only
country in
have
the
mass
world.
shootings every other week.
I think it's like Norway or Sweden is the best country in the world by like happiness or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, but I think that's just because there's like so little people there that they can just buy them for the survey. I don't know. Sweden, happiest country, I guess
Finland.
would be the title. Apparently, it's
Really?
New Zealand, and then it's Canada. Apparently,
I've always wanted to go to New Zealand.
Get wrecked. Wow.
Oh God, no!
America is nowhere on this list.
Like I
We
said,
complain about everything here.
there's literally a video going around titled "Why Everybody Gets Offended and it Offends People." So.
Oh, we complain about everything in the States.
Yeah.
Canada is sometimes referred to as number 2, but it can go as low
still
as
you're in
number
the top
7
10. That's
on
something
most
to be
lists.
proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Norway and Finland apparently seem to be.
I don't know where we are on that
most
list though.
lists.
I don't know where.
Finland.
I don't think the UK is even on that list, to be honest.
But-
Even though we get told that
but-
we're like really nice, but we're also really blunt at the same time.
But that it brings up a good point because, as I was saying, Shonen Jump.
Yeah,
just get
like
back
we
on
should get
topic.
to it. It's cool though.
Yeah. I mean, we could just move to the next topic if you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm recording right now, so
Yeah.
we can
Okay,
literally
so one of the
talk
topics
about
I
whatever we
had was
want
if there was
since I'm
Any
recording.
new anime or manga from like this season that you guys are interested in or watching?
There's
Ooh, yeah,
okay. There's
I'll
actually
you go
one,
first. You go
and
first.
it's Chainsaw Man. It's a manga.
Yeah. That
And
looks good.
I just started reading. Chapter 3 came out today. I read that. Yeah, it's pretty early, but it's looking up like it's gonna be a good manga. I'm digging it.
Yeah. I'm starting Dr. Stone.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
looking forward
that's
to that.
really good.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
really recommend that. Yeah, it takes
spectacular.
I heard Dr. Stone was good.
it takes a while to get to it, but yeah, when it hits its stride and like I think it's like in between like the 20 chapters or whatever, then it really gets good.
Oh yeah.
No, I look forward to it.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of like some of the best manga and anime that I've ever like seen. Especially if they're like longer running ones. Well, not longer, but like good sized. They're usually a little boring and weak in the first bit and very slow, but those are like it's just really good build up. Like you need all of that kind of boring stuff to really appreciate it later on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like I think I was in our first recording. That was when I talked about
did.
Tokyo Ghoul, right? Or I made the comment about it. Yeah. My current favorite manga of all time, Tokyo Ghoul series, especially the beginning series before it turned into Tokyo Ghoul Re, which is a different series, but still obviously the same thing. I guess it's like Naruto to Naruto Shippuden, but definitely like at the beginning, not only like the art was also kind of bad. I don't know if you guys know.
Yes.
or if
Yeah.
you guys ever read Tokyo
I
Ghoul?
have never. Yeah.
But the art actually sucked in the beginning, to be honest. But then, like, in the end, like, Tokyo Ghoul, like, when it ended, was, like, some of the best art in manga. And it's kind of similar to Bleach a little bit. Like, Bleach obviously improved a lot. But, yeah, it's kind of just, like, the ones that really kind of grow throughout the series are, I feel, like, the most
I can
appealing
understand
to
that.
me.
I mean, I've not read it, but I've heard Attack on Titan's manga was really bad. Like,
Well, no. The art for Attack
Well,
on Titan is bad until you get to
well,
the
no,
newer
the
stuff.
art.
Manga's good.
Yeah.
Manga's really
Well,
good.
It's like every mangaka is gonna have like an awkward phase.
They
at the very
always give
beginning,
bad
but then
art
sometimes
mangas.
it's just like that's just how they draw, and you got to get used to it.
Yeah.
Does his connection
he
sound bad to you guys,
roboed
too?
out for a
You're
sec.
cutting out. Okay. You're all cutting out there
Yeah.
for a second. Yeah, I'm sort of.
Sorta can hear you now.
Yeah,
I'm sort of.
I'm just cutting out here.
But you're recording yourself.
Yeah.
You're recording yourself,
man.
and so it should come up fine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as for me, mine's an anime, and it's
No, that's
yeah.
I'm not even.
Yeah, let's let
now.
Tekking
Give it
get
a sec.
connection
Let his
together.
connection come back.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can vape while we're waiting.
So, while we're waiting, now do people refer to Tekking ever as the Tekking? Because or like sometimes people call me. They're like, it's the Retro Ryno. Like
I mainly
I'm,
see
like,
just. Yeah, I mainly just see people just calling Tekking101 or, as people say, the Cringe King or King of Cringe or whatever. They're the ones I see the most, but that's when I'm watching these live streams.
Yeah.
That's where I see the cringe bit come in. But other than that, I just see people refer to him as Tekking.
Okay, I'm in the orange now.
That robotic confirms
All right,
our
okay,
theory.
now I'm back in the green. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I heard part of what you just said. It was about me.
Basically, no, what I was saying is I hear people say to you as Tekking, but in your live stream, people call you like the Cringe King or the King of Cringe or whatever.
Yeah, I never really capitalized on that. I mean, I just acted. See, the thing that I never understood about that is, like, I've acted the same way I've acted for, like, almost 10 years on YouTube, and it wasn't until, like, the last few years that people started up with the cringe thing, and I'm like, all right, nothing's really changed all that much, but I'm just gonna keep doing it.
I want to say the first time I saw it was at the end of Bleach.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would say it's become less cringy because you've gotten more confidence as a creator, and you do it with
here's
like
the
more.
joke. I don't think I'm cringy. Because
no, I don't think that either. I mean,
I've acted like this my whole life. Like, when I was a little kid, I'd be at recess talking to myself, just playing, like, I don't know, pretending to play Dragon Ball Z or something by myself, and everyone's looking at me like, oh, that's a weird kid. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm having fun. Screw you guys. Playing hopscotch or whatever the hell. I'm having an epic battle over here with Frieza, goddammit.
Yeah, I always thought that was the normal for me, so...
But it's gonna go in your favor, in my opinion, because people who like act more comfortable and less fake and care about what people think, that's not as popular anymore, and it's going more in the direction of like, do what you want, act how you want,
that's what I do.
and you know, because like with yours, you're not like, what I find cringy usually is like delusion or like pseudo confidence.
I've seen some YouTubers that have that.
Yeah, and it's like I would much like if you have something about yourself that is stereotypically considered cringy, right? Own it, and then it's so much less cringy, because honestly, that's usually the people who usually have stuff like that. Like you're playing Dragon Ball by yourself as a kid, right? The only reason it's considered cringy is because of association with the type of people that usually would do stuff like that. Didn't have, like, usually they'd end up always playing by themselves because they never had confidence to hang out with others and stuff like that. But if someone who is confident, and like I can kind of like relate to this because all throughout school I was like 50% popular, 50% not popular. I got along with everyone and everyone liked me, but weird. I was also not popular because
I could mix between the both.
Yeah,
like for me personally, but like Tekking, like I think I've known about you for like over a year now. Because of Yugi, because I've been doing YouTube like properly maybe for about 2 years, but when I first started, man, I was boring. Like, I look at my old videos, I was like, oh my god, I wouldn't even watch myself. But now, I feel I'm definitely a lot more confident. But I think, like, where I've spoken with like Brago, I've kind of spoken with Roger's Base and that. I think I'm still trying to find. I think I've got myself. I'm still trying to find that thing that makes me stand out. But I think it's quite hard, if you know what I mean, at the moment still.
Yeah, it takes a little while. I mean, that was advice I would give. It's like when you're first starting out, you have a little bit of a freedom because you can kind of like throw whatever you want at the wall, and it's like, okay, if this doesn't work, I can completely revamp everything and try something different. If that doesn't work, I can do it. Because if you're well, when you
I
get
don't
to a
have that
certain level,
anymore.
you're locked in. Like I'm locked into anime at this point. Like if I woke up tomorrow and was like, I think I'm gonna turn it into a movie reviewing channel now. Yeah, I don't think I can't do that.
Yeah, no. I'm always going to stay like manga and anime related.
Yeah,
That's
or
what
just
I'm
like
going for.
just the way you like present it, you know, like I've been presenting it pretty much the same way since I started, and that's just how I have it now, and it works. But you know, at the very no, go ahead.
That is why. Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say that is why people should never try to do something they don't actually have an interest in, or try to do something just for views. Because you will hate your life
that you
eventually.
Want to talk about. You can't just look at YouTube and say, okay, what's really popular? Okay, vlogs of people going into forests in Japan. All right, I'm just gonna do that then.
Yeah, no, like like One Piece. One Piece is a series I'm passionate about, and that's the one I've chosen to do because I am too. Yeah, because I love it. But the thing is, it's like at one point I've been called a UK Rogers base, and that was by Dritz. Like Dritz called me like it, and I took that as a compliment, but then I don't want to, seem like a, because I've been caught, like I did a reaction. I think it was to not the most recent opening, but the one before that. It was Hope, and someone literally called me a Rogers Base wannabe, and I'm like, how am I a Rogers Base wannabe? This is my reaction.
No. That's something. No. Don't let it affect you. That is one thing I will tell you about anybody, okay?
Yeah.
This is, no matter what happens, you could be the most well-liked YouTuber in existence. You're still going to get people that try to push your buttons. It's going to happen. I develop a callus to it. You have to, because if you stress yourself out with every comment, then that's not the way you want to live your life.
Yeah,
okay?
It's not very often. Like it's only been like, it's a very rare occasion that happens. Mm-hmm. It's mainly been more positive stuff, which is what I'm happy with.
Right, that's good. But the point is, the more popular you get, the more it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I know.
No matter who you are.
It doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't affect me, and it won't. Like you can ask Yugi. Like I'm the most like chilled back person that you could probably meet.
Yeah.
So
I'm the hothead of this duo.
Yeah.
That you should definitely be careful with that though, because especially if you start to get a little bit bigger, if you respond with emotion, like to someone egging you
that
on,
is the
that
worst
is like
thing
shooting yourself in the foot.
I try to, when it comes to YouTube presenting,
never do it. Like any
over anything.
It is.
It is a business. Like. You can't, and you need to act professional about it.
No,
you don't have to act like you gotta
I'm going to do a dance number wearing a sombrero at some point, but that's not the kind of professional we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, have you go on?
That was my idea. How dare you steal it?
There we go. But
I'll wear it over my head so I'd actually do it. So because then no one can know what I look. That's one thing where, because I've talked with Matt about this. I'm like, whether or not you're a YouTuber that shows your face or not, because obviously with your stuff, you can do reviews without showing your face. However, I would say it's helpful because, like, with, Matt's channel, people get to watch his face and his body language while he's doing it. And it adds personality and interest into it.
It's only with versus battles that I don't, because it's me and Yugi just using audio. But whenever I do, like, chapter reviews and, like, with my Magic series that I'm currently doing, I will always show my face because I've got no issues with doing that, and I like that.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
I tried downloading software called FaceRig the other day, thinking that it could be an interesting alternative for like streams, and because basically your camera will watch your face, and whatever your face does. It will make an animated character.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Maybe you've seen it on YouTube before. Yeah, cool in theory. Software sucks ass. So got a refund on that within 10 minutes of buying it. It was so bad. Yeah, it was. I was really disappointed because I'm like, this would be the perfect, solution to my thing, because obviously, I can draw myself and my avatar, but I'm not gonna do that. One, I can't do it live for a stream, right? Because obviously I have to be, I can't draw at light speed, even though some people say I can.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Ryan, that reminds me, there was a joke on The Simpsons, which, by the way, I'm a huge Simpson nerd, if you didn't know that.
No, it's not. I like Simpsons.
There was a joke that Homer
okay.
was going to be on the Itchy and Scratchy show, which is like the animated show in The Simpsons, and Homer, he's an idiot. He's like, is this episode's going to be broadcast live? And the lady's like, very few cartoons are broadcast live. It's a tremendous strain on the writer's wrists, you know, on the animator's wrists. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Go on, Ryan.
That's a funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, what I was going to say was, Ryan, have you
funny.
watched one of my videos yet or not? Obviously, I won't take offence. What do you honestly think? Because I know you sent my Luffy video to Tekken, but I'm not sure if he's checked it out.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry.
Because what I was going to do was like, if it's okay with you, because obviously I know you have a busy schedule. If I send you my channel, would you be able to sort of like give me any pointers if it's possible? Like if I'm going in the right direction.
I could do that. I could look over it and send you some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, go for it, man. I'm open to it. Like,
on your stuff.
Go for it.
I've
heard that. I've been told that so many times. Yeah, like I'm not saying it's getting boring because that's a good thing.
No, it's just when you hear something from a lot of people, usually it's true. So, your mannerisms when reviewing things is very analytical. So for reviewing, definitely a good thing. For the kind of what you focus on, obviously, I think like. I can't script because I always end up going on script, so I'm just doing it.
No, I can never do that either. I tried to do it like once or twice.
I can't. It frustrates me. It frustrates me, but
But do you have an outline?
No, I do, because that was my issue when I first started, is because I was looking at, videos from like Tekking, Roger's Base, Brago, and I know Brago doesn't really do reviews that much, he mainly does live streams, but my issue was that I noticed is that when I did anime reviews and like chapter reviews very early on, I would go through every single thing. I know Tekken does that anyway, but I kind of wanted just to pinpoint the main best parts, and that's what I started doing. So that's the way I've gone, because I just had a knack for doing every single page as if I was like retelling the whole thing, and I didn't want to do that.
Don't do that. I don't usually watch review people. Obviously, I'm familiar with people like Matt, King of Lightning, James Hansen, Chibi Reviews.
Sawyer 7
what was that one
7
guy's name?
mate.
Sawyer or something.
The guy
like
who
that.
ghosts.
Wasn't a big fan of his style of doing it. But a lot of them will just be like, here, let me like just retell the story, and then I'll add like a tiny little quip on an opinion instead of actually discussing it. And it's like, honestly, like some people are okay with watching that. I'm a very like time sensitive person, and I'm also
no, my format is basically I go through the whole thing, and then I start at the beginning, and wherever I stop at, like, oh, this was an interesting scene, let me just kind of stop the recap here and let me give you my thoughts on it, what'll happen next, then resume, then stop, and that's my format. It's a long format. It depends on how long the chapter is.
It's long, but it stays interesting, right? It's not, you're adding things, like, honestly, you're basically doing stop-and-go tactics with interesting conversing and ideas.
Reviews.
In my opinion, for you, Kaio, since you're still very new and you're like getting there, and you really need to capture the attention of people who give you a chance, like every single one matters, right? At this point, do as condensed and as like highlight kind of a chapter. If you're doing a review of a chapter, really single in on the highlights of something, or just try to cut out any meat.
Filler.
Or, sorry, not
filler.
Cut out. Filler. All the fat from the meat. Don't focus on like making it really long, or you just want to attract people and just really show them your best side. So it's really hard.
So far, because I did a reaction, obviously, because One Piece did a sort of a teaser trailer. Obviously, it wasn't much, but I did my reaction to it, and so far it's been going pretty good. So
yeah, good.
I've noticed I think my thing is I wish I was better at was theories, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that great at theories. That's why I never really do them.
So you should bring people on for that, in my opinion. Yeah, like that would definitely be a thing. Like obviously, you'd have to get someone who knows it, and the only other person I know that knows One Piece
I sent you my I sent you my channel in your DMs, dude. If you got that.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but obviously, like,
I understand.
He's got a busy schedule and stuff. So, like, definitely, and also if you switch it up, that's really good. Like, try and find new people, and hold a standard though. Like, if some random guy's like, I know One Piece, and you're like, great, I'll have you on my channel. Maybe it'll do good.
Yeah,
but I would just be careful with that.
The person that's mainly pulled me onto streams the most has been Brago DS. Like, he's another one.
I don't know.
But yeah, Tekking would know who he is, and Yugi will. But
yeah,
it's very hard. Like, I've spoken to Joy Boy a couple of times, but I try not to ask for collabs because they don't know me, if you know what I mean. So I try to just. Yeah, I know, but it's.
Hey man, I mean, like, the worst that they could say is no. So I mean, like.
What's your opinion on that, Matt? Like, would you? Because obviously, you're the type that built your channel kind of by yourself because you've been doing it so long, right? So you're kind of
I'm
you're
really
not like a collaboration.
If somebody wants me to be on their channel,
channel,
just let me know. I'll pop in if I have time, sure. But it's always the same thing when I was even when I was a little kid. It's like I have an idea in my head on how I want to structure everything, and it's like if I wanted to have like actors before do stuff on my videos, but I don't know, they wouldn't be able to do it just as I see it in my head. So I'm like, I'll just do everything by myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to build.
Thus the personas were born.
What would?
Yeah, because if
pretty much.
If you look at my channel, the only person I do collabs with is Yugi. Is because we both do versus battles together, like within One Piece. But I'm trying to build my channel off my own back. Okay, I appreciate people like shouting my channel out or whatever. I think that's really nice and cool of them. But I kind of feel bad at the same time because I wanna be proud of myself, if you know what I mean. To like show I've made these videos. I'm proud, and that's the thing. I love showing my passion. I love putting videos out. I've said this so many times that's. Yeah,
that's
like, I always feel proud whenever I put a video out. Like, it always makes me feel good. So, yeah. But I'm always open to, because I've asked a few people, but I'm just really open to like any sort of criticism or.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
It's fine. I mean, as long as you don't use it as a crutch, where it's like other people come on your channel, but you don't do anything. You just let them talk the whole time. As long as you don't do that, it should be fine. Yeah.
They'll go sub to that person and like
that's what'll happen. But
if
you can just stay interesting and stuff. But that's not that hard to do. You'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
And honestly, like sometimes like shoutouts will work on occasion. But like even for me, because like as you know, if I'm not gonna say the M word this time because you'll just say hi. As you know, Matt, my channel was one that got a lot of shoutouts, right? Like, Soul did it, James did it, you did it, Azure Crow did it, Too Spooky did it. Like, a lot of people gave me a lot of help as I could. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm, like, in the big leagues now. Like, I'm approaching 100,000.
I always viewed YouTube. The way I always viewed it was in
opinion.
tiers. So it's like the 100 to 1,000 tier, the 1,000 to 10,000 tier, 10,000 to 100K, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm moving that 100 to 1,000 tier. I'm nearly at 500.
I'm in the 1 to 99 tier.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah, no.
3 years of being at 60 subs, we're doing good, right?
Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. Did you how long do you think I've been doing this?
No, well.
Well, yeah.
Well, here's the correct answer
I think it's
here.
6
when you
years.
Said you've been on YouTube for 3 years. Is that 3 years of consistent content?
Yeah.
No. Let's see.
Now, my content has never.
Yeah, I started.
With his.
And I review Bleach every week.
Okay.
Then after Bleach ended, I moved to Fairy Tail. Hey, guess what? It ended. So I took a little hiatus, and then I moved to One Piece, and my hero didn't get views.
But wait, that at the end of Bleach, that's only 2 years, dude. You're okay.
Yeah. Well, I did videos before that. I just like to pretend they don't exist.
Yeah, but don't. Yeah, because it's like I talked about Medieval for like 2 years on the channel. For the first 2 years, I didn't really upload that regularly. Well, no, the first year I did. After that, I didn't, and it's only like 60 subs.
Yeah.
The anime stuff didn't start until about 7 years ago.
Well,
and then that's when it started. Yeah.
When what was your video that hit big for you? Like, what was the one that made you explode?
Me?
Yeah.
Do you have a video like that?
I don't think I had.
Did you have a video that did
so,
a little bit
for
better
whatever
than the
reason,
others?
it was early 2016 when my subscriber growth started to explode, and it was right around the time I started talking about. I did a Bonkai discussion series. Okay.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. It was
remember
right when
that, yeah.
Toshiro showed his true Bonkai when he was like matured. I did a whole review of that, and the review takes me like 3 or 4 hours to do, and it got like decent hits. It got like 60, 70,000 views. But later that night, I felt like I forgot about some stuff. So I just got out of the shower, my hair was wet, I was wearing my pajamas. I just turned on my webcam, and I just for like 15 minutes just like, here's some stuff I forgot. That video got like over 200,000 views. And I was like, okay, not only that, my most viewed video is my One Punch Man video, and it sucks. My bed is a mess, my hair is, I just woke up out of bed when I filmed the damn thing. I'm wearing this wrinkled old shirt, almost like, I think it has over 2 million views.
Is that the
like,
bang one?
Are you fucking kidding? But blast,
The blast,
blast.
not bang. Blast, not bang.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
See, I've even got one like that too, and I'm like, it's a 3-minute fan shipping video I made to troll people, and I'm like, why? Why?
But there's something you need to understand is, even if you get one video that gets really big, you can't use that as like, I'm going to be in the big leagues now.
No.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of viral videos out there that get millions of views, and you'll check. Yeah,
And the channel is
because it's like
20,000.
we go to watch that one video, and it's like, okay, all your other stuff isn't that great. It's just that one video that happened to go viral. It's the saddest thing is when someone that does a viral video tries to do a sequel to the viral video, and they can't capture. because
Gangnam
well, that's an actual
Style.
company, and they did his next song, Gentleman, actually did really well, but not nearly as well as the first one did.
But
Yeah,
everyone
everybody.
anticipated it, right? And so it would do well even if
I
it
like
was
Gentleman.
bad. And by the way, it
Yeah.
was pretty good. Like, I remember it. I liked it, but it wasn't enough to keep it going. No one would anticipate the next one after that. Like, it wasn't enough. But, yeah, I think with mine, where people first started finding out about me was I did the Getsuga Tensho, or Getsuga Juji show animation. And I was talking about doing a Bleach alt series, and then James Hansen found it, and he did a video on it, and then a whole bunch of other people started making videos on it, and then I actually became someone who could like talk to other YouTubers.
Yeah, I think you and I did a live stream back around that time too. I think I remember.
Did we do one for
We did
Byakuya
one for
versus
Byakuya
Asnod, or
versus
the
Asnod,
opening?
But I also recall there was a stream you came in.
Yeah, that's how I found
that
you,
I-
right?
yeah.
The
was from
opening
that
one.
stream of the opening.
Yeah. Funny, there used to be a big controversy with Matt and I, because
We're not gay
when he
lovers!
first
Wait,
heard
what?
about the project. Want to find out where we were conceived?
Okay, I'm sorry I had to. That was a setup so beautiful. I had to take it.
All you do is take.
You know what? I work
I'm
every
the
day
gift.
busting my ass on YouTube, Ryan.
You could at least comb your hair
Ryan,
before the video.
I am tired of this. Okay, if you want to move out, you can get the hell. I'm keeping the
Okay.
dog though. Okay.
I will.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'd be sad if I knew the dog's name. But anyway, what was it? There was a controversy because you were the only person
Yeah,
not
because
excited
here's my
about
thoughts on that. At the beginning, I was like,
Realistically.
okay, I heard the story from people. I didn't know you at this point, also.
Yeah, and they were also you had like the wrong info, because the people I had confused fans in the comments feeding you, because you'd be like, all right, is he going to do like this? And then they're like, he's going to do this, and he's going to do the entire arc, full-length episodes. Yeah, and I'm like, I was watching, and I was like, no!
But,
why are they telling him that?
Just like, I didn't want to get super, super excited for something that may have never manifested, okay?
Just to be like that.
Because, think of how worse that would be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, animation is really freaking hard, and to do an entire episode with a bunch of people, that's going to require a lot of work, and it's going to take a long time. So I was like, yeah, it would be awesome if he did it, but I don't know this guy. I don't know what his skill set is. I don't know. Maybe he's just, like, wishful thinking or whatever. So that's why I wasn't super excited about it. But then time goes on, and I got to know you, and I was like, okay, he actually is a professional animator. He knows how to do this and this and this. I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And it still took a really long time, but it finally got to happen. It finally happened.
It did.
Yeah.
It finally happened. I finally moved out. No.
I'll get to that point at some point.
Honestly, the Bleach project, I only there was so many times throughout the creation of episode 1 where I was just like, I should really not do this. Like, I should stop it. But then again, like, I'd had a Patreon, I had a following, and I was just like, they've been waiting for this for so long. I literally cannot not do it. Like, it would be so wrong of me. And obviously, I'm not ending the project right now. I'm doing an episode 2, which I think I'll enjoy a lot more. And the thing is, like, I've seen so many other channels try and do this, and even obviously people were excited about the involvement of Johnny Young Bosch. When I had a friend slash fan reach out to him at a con, and he was just like, hey, do you want to see like this Bleach fan animation someone did? And Johnny responded sarcastically, and he's like, yeah, is it one of those like shitty motion manga that they call animated?
Rocket.
Where it's based.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
And it's like, that's so true. Like, so many people are like, here, let me trace the manga panels and then call it animated.
From that perspective,
and then
just not to
hair
derail it
flaps.
really quick, like, I have seen so many things on YouTube, like a bridge series that are like, this is going to be a big new project, and it lasts like one episode, and that's it, and it doesn't come back. Or, like, oh, we're going to bring back the Bleach anime. You're not the first person I've heard that from. So, yeah.
No. Like, Bleach Brazil said that they would do it. They said that they would do a Bleach alt series.
A lot of people did.
And what is it? Animix said that he would. And then they diverged off to...
Tensei Productions.
What are they called?
Yeah,
Tensei Productions now? But I'm not to throw shade, I'm just being realistic, because I've done it. I've been there. I'm the only one that's, like, put something out properly. There's, like, a 90% chance they will not finish or not go anywhere, because the only reason I've continued and gone this far is because I'm trying to make animation a career, and animators have to have the patience of gods, right? It's such a horrible, horrible career, but I'm doing it, and it's what I chose. And for them, they're like, I just really like Bleach. And it's like, that will not take you far enough to complete this type of thing.
That's not enough drive for anything.
Yeah, and there's also not the skill for it. They don't have the ability.
It was basically like, okay, you got a bunch of people that love Bleach that came together to do an animation. I was like, okay, that's great. What happens when these people have to have money at some point? They have to, work and go to school. And what if the project gets pushed to the wayside and never happens? That's what I was worried about, because.
And that's why I tried to... I think the only reason why I'm okay right now is because, like,
Yep.
I have a Patreon, and people donate to me for a whole bunch of other perks besides the Bleach Project. Obviously, they know that if they support me, the Bleach Project can continue. So, and it's also... I'm not releasing the episodes
you're not.
for payment, right? Like, they'll go up if they're done, right? I'm not gonna... There's no paywall, and so that's also why I'm, like, really safe.
But, yeah, it
copyright
comes
wise.
down to one of the cruel realities everybody figures out about the world at some point. It's like, yeah, money is kind of really... Yeah.
It's necessary, and well, I mean, usually
no,
gravity,
actually,
but, yeah, I guess that helps.
Bill Gates actually bought all of the gravity, so yeah, it's still money.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's still money. Yeah, gravity,
Yep.
Human concept. But yeah, it's just like, and like people, I'll have other channels come to me all the time doing like, I want to do YouTube or I want to do animation, and I'm like, that's nice, but you better either have something that you can offer that's either one, like original, or two, passionate and consistent. Because if you have neither of those things, you'll never get anywhere. And I'm hesitant to encourage people who talk about their want to do it. Like they'll be like, oh, I want to animate Bleach too, and I'm like,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
like they're talking about on their own, right? They want to do, and I'll be like, okay, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna enjoy it, like, and it's gonna be really hard, and you
Crushing
won't
for
know
people
how to
hear
get
that,
anywhere.
'cause, you know, it's the same thing. Like, I think the ideal, you know, YouTuber like thing is like, I'm gonna get big on YouTube, be like PewDiePie, make millions of subscribers, have a
By
lot of
doing
money, and
this.
then that's how I'm gonna live my life. Yeah, that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, yeah, and you remember before you were talking about, you know, they'll have that one viral video, then it's like, then you'd think the entire
No.
channel is successful. No, like, episode 1 almost has 1 million views, but I'm not really excited or through the roof about it. It's cool, yeah, like, it would be great to have a video finally breach the 1 million mark, but I'm not going to take it as I've made it, right? Because, like, I just released an update video, right after. 20, now it's at 27,000 views. But, like, think about that, 27,000 views, right? On my next video. After 1 million, I've gained 30,000 subs since then.
Yeah.
I didn't even hit my
That's
sub
the thing,
mark.
like, you're not gonna, yeah, and also, there's, like,
Like-
a wall when it comes to, like, because I always used to think, I was very naive when I was, like, a little kid, and, like, not little kid, but when I was, like, YouTube first came out, and we first started to get those big waves of viral videos, I was under the impression that you get one viral video, it's just got, like, 10 million views. The money you would make off that would last forever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
My videos
no.
that have like over 1 million views, like they got a lot of views at first, but now they're not getting that many, and the amount of money I'm making on it is negligible off my most viewed content. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
The only videos that, like, continue to bring in revenue after, like, long periods
Music,
of time is, like, music.
video, like movie clips, but of course those are from, like, you know, certain channels can only upload those. Yeah.
And you can't copyright. You can't copyright
If you
that.
came
like,
up with
can't
your own
make money off
original
that.
song, which, Ryan, you need to release an OST for that episode at some point, because yes.
We are, and the thing, they were really good. Christian did so well on them, and we have named here.
Oh, that's
Actually,
so
I have the
cool,
name
man.
list for them if you're curious.
Christmas came early.
Him and I
this year.
named them together. God, do you know what really pissed me off? The amount of
God.
No Nut November comments. I was like, I get it. You all think you're funny. I'm glad that you
I make
freaking
a lot of I make a
orgasm
lot
to
of
the
perverted
episode.
references to boobs in my video, and every time I do, they're like, "You failed No Nut November." I failed No Nut November, literally the first hour of November.
Didn't everybody?
Same. Same. Well, yeah. So,
Pretty
you
much.
can't lose if you don't
Now
participate.
you did succeed at No Shave November, though. You knocked that out of the water.
yeah.
No shave.
Oh
never.
my god! Everyone. That's the other thing. Everyone
Yeah, you
says I
do.
look like Mufasa now.
Well, if you're trying to
and
become
that
a
was the
animating god, I mean, I guess that's the first step. Is you. Yeah.
oh, and the Super
you gotta
Saiyan
dye your hair
comments, yeah.
yellow now because. Of... me too.
Funny, I was blonde as a child.
If
Yeah.
you have brown hair, you're probably
Hey!
blonde as a kid.
Yep, that was me.
Or kind of like gingery, but so the name of some of them, the different parts of the songs were separated by scene, right? So there were 5 scenes in the episode 1. S1 was the
Yeah.
Uryu dream sequence, which has the coolest ambience in my opinion. Then there's S2, which was Mayuri's lab. There was no original sound for S2. It was a cover
Yes.
of Incantation from the Hellverse, which I requested specifically just because I thought it would fit perfectly. Then there was S3, which was Ichigo's room, right? And all of those scenes. S4, which was Ikaku and Yumichika in the forest. Both of those had original soundtracks. And then S5, which was original as well. S5 was Yamamoto and
that's my
the
favorite. That's my
looters
favorite one.
scene of the threatening. That was my favorite too. So the names of the songs, we have S3. I think Here's the other names for S3 as well. It had 3 potential names. It was called Home Frontier, Calm Before the Storm, and Reluctant Peace.
Like
Yeah, I do too.
And yeah, so we went with Reluctant Peace. For S4, the 3 ideas, I came up with the ideas, then Christian picked them. The 3 ideas for S4 was Missing Souls, Desperate Mystery, and Alone in a Crowd. And I think we went with Missing Souls.
Because the souls were missing. Yeah.
Very straightforward. Yeah. And then S5, I thought was like the most badass names. The ideas were All Things Must End, Ideals of the Departed,
I feel like we're on
and
a game
then Mourn
show
for
right now, trying to
Tomorrow.
pick
No
which-
crap.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Mourn for Tomorrow
Yeah.
for $500.
I'm
take-
liking All Things Must End.
By the way, just last thing, are we keeping this in, or are we cutting all this bit out here?
Everything.
I'm going with
this is
it.
basically
I'm
a
enjoying
live
it.
stream without being live. Everything is gonna stay in and just go.
Okay, I just need to know that.
Let's
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
out. Let's cut
I'm
out
gonna
the
try
part
to-
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to
let's do
find
that.
that, snip that out, and just boom.
But for the most part, whenever I gave up on having a structure in my streams a while ago, I just come on and be like, all right, guys, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
I think
yeah, Tekking,
It's
I think
watch
that's
time.
the
Just
fun
think of
part
it that
about
way.
it, too. Just do whatever the crap you want to do.
I was going to ask this, like, Tekking, are you
You'll enjoy your
like, if the
content.
Bleach anime does return, do you reckon you might review the episodes, or do you think you're going to stay away?
I've thought about that. I want to. It's just that how would I work that in? It depends on what day it would be. I would have to add it to the schedule somehow. and I really
Yeah.
don't have much of a schedule. So.
Because
Oh.
it's quite funny seeing your comments, like, whenever you do something Bleach related, then when you did, like, the Burn the Witch, people saying, oh, it's taking bring back the Bleach stuff, and it's like, but you can see people are still requesting it from you, so I was interested.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's still people that.
I wouldn't say.
No, it
I wouldn't say
it's
the
weird.
majority
Every
of his
time
audience, though.
I've put out a Bleach video for the last 2 years or so, with like a few exceptions, each one gets around 30,000 views. It's usually consistent with that number for some reason. There was one I did on the Zero Squad, and that got like that did pretty damn good. But aside from that, they're usually like hovering around 30K, 40K, something like that.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I like talking about Bleach on very particular topics and with very
but
particular
Ryan,
people.
you animate it. That means
I-
you have to love everything.
I must want to talk about it and it alone. No, it's like the last thing I want to talk
Did
about.
I
still
ever tell
enjoy
you the story
it, but
about that
it's
fan
like
that called me that one time?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
We need to hear.
Okay,
this.
called you.
so-
This sounds familiar, but
Oh,
go
this was
ahead.
way back. This was early. This was probably like 2012, 2013. I'm just at my house, and I have like maybe 5,000 subs at this point, so I'm pretty early on, but I'm doing Bleach. That's what I'm known for. I get a call on my phone. I didn't recognize the number. I shouldn't have answered it, but I did. And it was a fan. It was somebody from, I think, Kentucky or something. He had a very southern accent, like, is this Tekking101? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, how did you get this number? And I guess I had it up on my Facebook. I forgot to, like, private it or something, so it was on there. So he was like, I just
Yike.
found your number on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, man, well, thanks for telling me. That shouldn't be up there. I'm going to go take it off now. And he's like, yeah, I just found your number. Anyway, you want to talk about Ichigo? And I'm like, no, I kind of have to go to work
No.
right now. Bye. And he's like, all right, you want to call me back later, though? And I'm like, yeah, sure, bye. And I never called him back. Because that's,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I
it makes you sound
such
like an
a
asshole,
breach.
but it's like, okay, guys, I talk about One Piece on the internet. That means I don't talk about One Piece my entire life. I'm not, like, all about One Piece with my friends and my family and all that stuff. And, there's, like, a private and public sort of thing here,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it's like if you worked at Denny's. Hey, every
Yeah.
time I come to meet you, do you want to talk about the menu? Can you talk? So, how do you feel about the menu? How's the menu? Is the menu good?
My
Do you
mom
like
was
the
actually
food?
really pissed off. We went to
What's your
Denny's
favorite
last
food?
week. They took this new stir fry off the menu she loved. How do you feel about that, Ryan?
Oh, well, as a Denny's professional, obviously this is the only thing I'm really fit to talk about. I would say it doesn't stir with me very well.
Dad
Yeah,
jokes
but it's like,
everywhere.
Yeah.
it's the same thing whenever people ask me, like, do you watch other reviewers? Back when I was doing Bleach, like, do you watch all the other Bleach reviewers? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes, but honestly, guys, after spending 4 or 5 hours editing a Bleach review, I kind of just want to go for a walk outside or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing too. People think that creators or YouTubers keep up with like
if I watched all the videos
creators.
that Roger and Joyboy and Sawyer were coming out with, that's all I would do is just sit there and just watch all their. And they make great content. They're great guys, but it's like, come on, you can't.
Yeah, see, I'm the exact same. I used to watch like everyone, but I noticed when I started doing YouTube, I only watched like a select few people. Like
I'm the exception to that rule. I listen to YouTube all day at work.
I think when it comes,
okay.
See,
you're much more of a consumer.
I know of certain people like Soy Mage and like other people and that, but I think the main people that I do watch is Roger, Brago Tekken, and Swag Kage. Well, even though Swag Kage does like Naruto.
I love me some. I like Swag.
I'm glad I wasn't in that list.
I watched your latest episode, and you know I promote. Well, even though we wouldn't have done much, but
dude, that was a month ago.
Dude.
Did you watch the update video? Did you watch the update video?
Like, properly a few months ago. So there you go.
Don't worry, Ryan. I'm watching.
Ryan, you're.
Do you even have the bell on?
You're no Swag Kage.
Swag. The thing is, like,
wow.
Like the way Tekken is, like, with like Yugi for like being his favorite YouTuber. That's the way I'm with Swag Kage.
Right.
Like Swag Kage is like my favorite. But
I'm blushing.
but don't worry, Tekken, you are up there, man. Trust me. But you're up there with Roger's Base and that. So
here's another thing. You don't need to like just like one YouTuber and not watch any other YouTubers. See, that's the thing about the anime, manga, and anime. It's like,
there are tons of people.
There are other options. If you want to watch me and you don't think I'm doing a good job, or even if you do think I'm doing a good job, but you want to watch another perspective, go watch Roger. Go watch Joyboy.
Exactly.
Go watch King.
Exactly.
It's all free. You can go watch it.
Yeah. Like I said, I've only just met Ryan. So Ryan, don't worry. You're still a good friend of mine. Don't worry. Don't get upset. You are. I can hear the salt in your voice,
I'm not
mate.
upset.
It's fine.
It's fake. It's fake salt.
I just had vitamin water.
There's salt in vitamin water. That's all the vitamins.
For what?
There's two YouTubers that I only watch one consistently, and then there's one that I like, but I don't really watch them, but I'll watch compilations of them.
Yep.
And that's Game Grumps. I like, but usually I just end up listening to it while I work. Because I love Aaron and Danny. Danny especially. Like, if I were to ever now, okay, I'd like to ask you the question as well. But if you guys had any like YouTubers out there that you'd be like, wow, if they noticed me or if I got to do something with them, that'd be the coolest thing ever. For me, that would be like Danny or Aaron. Would be my like, oh my god, this is
mine would probably be anybody from Team 4-Star.
Yeah, that's cool. Yugi's already got his one in here, so he's already got that.
I notice you, Yugi.
for me it'd be Swag Kage, because like I love his videos. Like the way I found it was from Roger's Base when they did that collab video. I don't know if you guys saw that. The One Piece Naruto one they did. And that
neither one of them have seen the other or read the other.
Yeah, basically that was the one. But,
oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was the one, and like Yugi can even say like, Yugi, how much shall I go on about Swag Kage?
It's all he talks about, guys. It's literally everything.
No,
we're
never
just
put
normal
them on
people,
a
guys. Like
pedestal,
seriously,
though.
let's recap something right now. I am a 25-year-old living at my mom's house. I am a virgin. I've kissed 2 girls my entire life, and I'm living in a tiny little room filled with anime shit. Do not put me on any sort of pedestal. All right.
I think the reason that you guys are our favorite YouTubers is in the terms that we respect your content and the way that you like address yourself.
Yeah, but you won't watch
it. Come on. But I was yes.
Have you watched the update video?
I can't remember it.
Quote something.
Okay, I got this. Hey guys, Retro Ryno here.
Yeah, there
What?
we go.
Bullshit. I introduced
Thanks for
myself as
watching.
Ryan.
There you go.
You're wrong.
Hold on. I need to go get the little
Actually,
screenshot.
I did go Retro Ryno
little
here.
Distressed Ryan animating.
But
Oh, and I
yeah.
did a funny Johnny Young
With
Bosch
the-
thing
yeah,
in there.
with the you used that same thing in the stream we did, but yeah, the Sour Patch Kids.
I think the point I'm trying to make is that, like, you know, where we're talking to you now, Tech, and I see you as, you know, as you as a person, like, because
Yay, I am that.
this is you outside of doing your content, because obviously, and that's a good thing. It's nice to actually meet people and see what they're like just outside of it, outside of doing like YouTube. Obviously, this is going up as a, you know, as a video, but I feel like we're talking about stuff that wasn't even where we're talking about stuff that wasn't actually supposed to be in it. I think it's cool because, you know, we're getting that experience of actually talk. Like we're giving.
I've always
Honestly, I
acted
prefer
like this
more.
pretty much.
I'm actually preferring this
'cause-
more than the bullet points that I had set up because
Yeah,
this is
because-
more just fluid and freeform.
Exactly.
Just go with it. Yeah, it's
Because
fine.
at the end of the day, whoever sees this, they're seeing us for who we are, and they're not seeing us from the videos they click on of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You gotta utilize that, because that's the other thing. Like, just saying it and being like blunt. Like you guys are doing manga review, right? Like, people will most likely subscribe to you not because they need a fix or need someone to talk about One Piece or something like that, because there's actually like really good YouTubers for that, like Matt being one of them. So that requirement is pretty. That requirement is full, right? So if someone's gonna subscribe to you, personality is where you can be, you know, original, because they're not gonna find Yugi or Kaio anywhere else.
Yeah.
One Piece, they can. Like, so you gotta really, you know, hone in on
I
that.
stopped doing Bleach because that was something I was worried about for years. Like, what happens when this is over? Because that's all I focused my channel around. I was worried,
Dude,
I was
I
worried,
am
like,
terrified for
what
it.
if people don't like? They haven't been watching me for me. They've only been watching me because I talk about Bleach. And then, after Bleach ended, there was a little bit of a buff there where I'm like going down. I'm like, oh well, dream's over. But then it started like I did the One Piece stuff. I'm like, okay, so it seems like there's still people around that want to watch me. That's good.
See, go on.
I remember talking with Jake because we were like, what's he gonna do? Because I remember the end of Bleach. You know, the Bleach community was so like, what's gonna happen? You know, and everyone was on edge. There was the people who were like, oh my god, the end was rushed. Everyone's really upset about it. There was the Ichiruki fans going haywire. There was the Ichihime fans going nuts. Everyone was mad. Everyone was freaking out. And then the Bleach YouTubers were all like, this is the Exodus. This is the worst thing possible. And then you started going for My Hero, and I was thinking,
no,
that's not really going to fly.
This was
in
a
my
bad
opinion.
move on my part. I was so scared about what was going to happen. I thought, like, okay, instead of taking a break to try to figure out what to do next, I need to jump right into it. So I seriously think, like, I put up my last review of Bleach because it took a few weeks to film. And then, like, the day or so after, I'm like, okay, we're going right to My Hero Academia. We're just going to keep picking up without a beat. And that was a stupid way to do it because they're two completely different series.
I actually wanted to say something about it. When you switched from Bleach to My Hero,
what, they sucked?
No,
because I know they did.
Your My Hero just did not feel Tekking to me.
It didn't, and I'll tell you why. It's because
you.
there's, like, you know, action and stuff in My Hero, sure, but there's a lot of chapters. Like, one of my first chapters of My Hero, they were, like, you know, sitting around a table talking around, like, you know, stuff in the villains, and I'm like, well, that's an interesting thing for the manga, but that's not in my format. I can't.
Now, the format you do now with the discussions is the type of format that I enjoy you doing the My Hero stuff in.
I hear that a lot.
You need a shonen in my opinion for like your format kind of thing, because like with My Hero it's very like
your only choices for that, like,
it's very
I
face
like it,
value.
But I understand
kinda.
where you're coming from. Like, I'm going to start a discussion series on Black Clover coming up. That's more typical shonen, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I want to know where you got the Black Bull's cape.
Amazon.
Is it really? I looked and could not find it, so I had to go.
I get that all the time. People are like, "Where did you buy all of Zoro's swords? You must have found like some black
I
market."
get everything off of Amazon.
Like Samurai,
everything.
dude.
I get it off Amazon.
Yeah, everything's off Amazon. I get everything off there.
See, the one comment that I think really like made me smile the most was on that Magic and Monkey D. Luffy, and it was he said, Oh, you're amazing. Keep it up, bro. Your speech in the middle of this video really touched me, and I think FR means for real. I think that's what he's trying to say. But it's because I kind of...
It does, yeah.
I was talking about what Luffy does as like what could influence people in real life, like the whole, him never giving up, always wanting to achieve his goal.
Wait, are you talking about the video I did?
No,
okay.
I did a magic.
I don't think I named the video of that.
Yeah, that was me. And
they're actually kind of quite similar, but I don't even think
I've
ever actually seen yours.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, if you're talking about a certain character, there's going to be overlap.
Yeah, and the thing is, I kind of went off on my own little thing, like saying that my subscribers are like my nakama, if you know what I mean.
Aww.
And it's the truth. It's the truth. Like every single sub I get, like it's compared to like you and Rogers Base and all that, you guys probably get like subs like every day. Like probably your phones probably don't stop like going off.
Well,
but
here's the fun part of it. It's that the more subs you gain, in theory, the more it's quicker you'll gain them. So it's like
the
more YouTube
and you could just check this out on. Yeah. Now I've seen channels stagnate, and that's one of the worst things that can happen is when you're not really losing subscribers, but you're basically just flatlining, and you're not really going up or down.
Yeah, that's my issue. It's like they go up. I don't really lose them. I'll go down like a couple, and then I'll go back up. Like I'll make them back up. But what I was trying to say is I appreciate every single sub I get. Like it makes me happy because the main point of me doing YouTube is because I want to show my passion. I want to share my experience with people. That's what I want to do on YouTube. I want people to be able to click my videos and enjoy them and. If they're having like a bad day or whatever, they can click on a video and be like,
that's such a big part of it. Yeah, I get those messages all the time. One of the problem is when I first started, every time I got a message, I would always respond to it. But after a while, it gets so big that you can't do that.
Yeah,
and I do the live streams and stuff, sure, and I try to reply to as many comments as I can. But I'm just one guy at the end.
Yeah, that's why
it's always for the fans.
That's why I'll mainly just watch yours because I know how many comments you get. I've seen them like over like 1,000 people like all commenting. You're like. You'll talk about something, and then when you go back to the comments, you'll see one. You go on to that, and I think it's so hard just to try and like read every single comment and reply to them.
You can't. That's the end of the. I
think to the point when you get like as big as you are, Techie, the super chats are literally the ones you need to focus on because those are the people that give you money to respond.
Yeah, I even when I'm doing on like a tangent, it's like okay, I'll get to the super chats because they're all saved, so you can just go back down and look through them all. But I try to get through all the super chats. Sometimes I forget, sorry, but most of the time I remember to do it before the end of each stream. I'll go through each one.
Yeah, that's why also I love watching like when you guys do the reverie.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah, one day, I hope to join you guys and share my love for One Piece and talk that with you guys. One day, hopefully. But
one day. So I don't know when the next one is. I think it's around New Year's, but I'm not sure.
I think Joy Boy's hosting it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be there watching, but as I said, you never know.
I need to give poor Joy Boy time to recover.
Yeah. Oh yeah. After all that shit that's going on.
I was messaging him all about that stuff. That was a pretty rough time there, but he's back now, so everything should be.
Yeah, I'm glad.
He needs to make
I'm also back.
And tell us if everything went okay with the car.
Yeah, that was also another thing that happened right after
the same
that.
week.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, Joy Boy.
Well, I mean, if that happened to me, I'd put that in perspective. Like, okay, I got a strike on my channel, but on the other hand, my car is totaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be like, okay, that makes me feel a little better about the YouTube thing, but that's how.
Dude, that was so scary. Like, I was talking to Yugi about it. This is why I had to move my reviews to Mondays, is because I was getting scared. I was like, it's probably just the big YouTubers, but when I found out people that were, less subs than me were getting hit by copyright strikes, I was like, nah, I can't keep doing this. Like, I even stopped putting manga panels in my, in like my versus battles with Yugi. I just use anime images now.
You want to say that like the bigger you get, the more protection you have, but it's not always true.
It's almost the opposite.
It's like
on your back.
One thing that is good about having more subs and stuff is because they do let you I have a contact directly at YouTube and I have a contact at my MCN. So like when I got that strike, I contacted one of the guys at YouTube and because it wasn't going through right, and I could just contact him and say, hey, can you check to see if this goes through? And it went through, and then within 2 days I got the strike resolved. Now, a small YouTuber doesn't have those kind of features, which sucks. But at least I don't think YouTube even ever always had those. They just recently added the whole thing, so you just got to keep working at it.
I'm actually still not partnered with anyone.
It didn't happen to me until I hit 100K. That's when like, hey, you have a private like contact at YouTube now.
Well, I've gotten like 6 or 7 offers, but I read through their terms and stuff, and I was like, this
was BBTV
seems like a scam.
Yeah, they
BBTV was one of them.
Every freaking week.
And then there was another one. Oh God, it's been so long. But basically, I would always Google them right every time.
Always, don't be signing shit because they entice you at first. It's like, welcome to this new network. We can offer you like, don't just do research first.
And every time I get a new one, I get more and more kind of, I don't want to say assholic, but like more confident, and they'll be like, hi, yeah, I thought we could do it. And at first I was just like, oh my God, wow, this is so kind of you. Thank you so much for this offer, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for wanting to help me. And now I'm kind of like, all right, so explain to me kind of like what are the perks to me that would help me with this, and what might I not like? Or what do people usually complain about with your services? Yeah. And so I'll like just ask them that straight up in emails now.
What was that?
Oh God, that was a terrifying sound.
Yeah.
That was red teching right there.
Was I a ghost?
You gave a big.
You roboted.
It was like possession went right there.
It seems like I'm back. Oh wait, no, I was back for a second, then I died.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm back again. Okay.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? Yeah.
But are you?
No. Oh, now I'm died again.
We're pushing an hour and 10 minutes.
All right.
So we'll do it. Yeah. Yeah,
we should wrap it up somewhat.
Give you guys the questions,
but
we'll wrap it up with a few of those.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I think this is
sure.
I think this is mainly more. Sure. I think this is aimed at Tekking and Ryan. So
I'm only gonna hit 2 questions.
Okay.
The actual questions. One of them is from me directly to Tekking. Did Frankie ban you from Jeopardy after that last one?
No.
Because you clean swept them completely.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just went in and I answered all the questions I knew, and I just happen to know a lot of them. That's all. Some people said that they should put me up against Artor from Library of Ohara, and I message him, and I'm like, oh man, that would be a cool thing.
That would be a really fun one to watch.
Mm.
It was really enjoyable. I just like. You've won both of the last 2.
But that was a. I still had a lot of fun in the stream. I mean, it was. I love doing the Frankie stuff. I love doing the Jeopardy games. It's like a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, and the last one is if you guys want to give your top obscure anime or manga. Yeah, like not many people talk about it.
Obscure?
Or know
Oh,
about it.
I've been. At first, I saw anime clips of it in my YouTube recommendations. At first, it disgusted me, and it was just like, "What? This thing looks like actual garbage." But then I kept watching them, and I'm actually probably gonna watch the show now.
Yeah.
It's called Baki the Grappler. And at first, I was just like, "This is actually freaking stupid." The first thing I saw was there's a character named Speck in it. It's a like 10-foot tall, buff, 90-year-old man. And he's just like, what are you? Like, he's got the dumbest voice. And he's just like, hand me that gun. And the dude hands him a gun. And he shoots himself in the mouth like 10 times, blowing out the other side of his cheek. And then he spits out like a whole bunch of smoke. And I'm just like, what is this just ridiculous show of unrealistic strength and masculinity?
That's Baki.
And then that's Baki. Yeah, and I kept watching them. The animation's also really good.
It's had there was an older anime series of it. I remember watching a few clips from back in the day. There was this weird scene. It was where like Baki's about to fight somebody, and then there's an earthquake, and Baki literally just punches the ground and is like, "No interruptions," and then the earthquake stops. So it's like that kind of really over the top anime, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actual bullshit. Holy crap. But yeah, that's probably my number one for now.
In terms of obscure, I don't know how obscure it is because it's a spin-off of a current like shonen, but My Hero Academia Vigilantes, I really enjoy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, yeah, I really dig the main character. His name's Koichi, and he's like just a college student that has a quirk, and he's just like teaming up with a bunch of people to try to be heroes, but they can't really be heroes, so they got to do it under the law. It's just a cool one. I mean, obviously you have to read My Hero to understand the basic premise because there's cameos from other characters and stuff from the main series.
I believe Midnight was in a recent one, wasn't she?
Yes, but if you want like super obscure, like a series that like no one talks about, there's a manga that I got in. I started reading. It only lasted like 20 chapters. It was one of those manga that had like one story arc or two, and then it ended. It's a manga called Asclepios, and that's going to be hard to spell. It takes place. It's a historical kind of thing. It takes place in like during the Protestant Reformation, like during like the 1600s, and it's about a traveling doctor that has like magic doctor powers, but it's like he goes and tries to help people, but the church is trying to like capture him because he's like he's a new age kind of medicine guy, and they're like, oh, we have to, because he's not doing things the proper way. It's really kind of just like, it's hard for me to describe, but it's like a medical kind of manga, and it's really good because he'll incorporate like new like medical like skills from current ages back then, and it's just hard to describe, but it's really good. I liked it.
It sounds pretty good. It sounds interesting. And
yeah.
Me and Kaio will answer this too. I don't know if Kaio even really has one, but mine, I think Ryan will enjoy it. Interviews with Monster Girls is my favorite. Is my favorite slice of life.
What? It's obscure? It's not obscure. That is mainstream. That just doesn't know it yet.
That's because we hype it like it's
okay. Well,
mainstream.
all right. Definitely, everyone listening to this. That's right. I'm talking to you four people. You better go read and watch Interviews with Monster Girls. It's called Demi-chan Wakatarari or something like that. It's good. It's good. Support it. I don't buy manga ever. Like I didn't even buy them myself. It's just like what family or friends will gift me because they think I must love Bleach since I work on it all day. So they'll buy me Bleach manga.
I should probably send a return on your Christmas present then. Oh, shit.
Shit! Oh, man. Oh, did I... And how'd you give my address? Did I forget to take that off my Facebook or something?
I sent it to just literally Canada.
Wow. How'd you know that I live in the only house in Canada?
Well, I figured there was like some other government buildings, but you're the only resident, so,
Yeah.
He must have addressed it to Retro Ryno Studios.
Is it... It's Studio Ryno. I worked hard on that name. Anyway, what was people give me manga sometimes. I never buy manga myself. Only manga I've ever ordered is Demi-chan, just because I wanted to support it because I liked it so much.
I've never heard of this. I need to check
so
it out.
yeah.
Basically, it's
great.
Like a sister cousin something to Monster Musume, but it's completely polar opposite.
It's
not. It's fine either way. I like Monster Musume.
It is like the most wholesome Monster Girl slice of life thing ever. It follows a vampire, a Doulahan, a snow woman, and a succubus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's the
Ryan
succubus.
just put a picture of it
I drew her.
chat.
Oh, let me see. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Is it a manga or an anime?
It's both.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cute.
It's both?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. We did do you know about Retro Prime?
Yeah, that's your spaceship, right?
Oh my god. How'd you know Canada has one spaceship too?
No, it's a space station. That's what it is. Yeah, the Retro Prime.
Yeah, it's our second. Yeah. It's our second channel that's new and starting off and small and weak and stuff, but we're getting there, kind of thing. Did an art video on it. We drew all the characters from Demi-chan as Halloween people. It was a collab thing. Jake, do you ever heard my friend Jake or Color Nami? Ever seen him? Heard
the
of
name
him?
does sound familiar. Aww.
He's my little assistant, kind of best friend. No, but he's like my best friend. Kind of we do almost every project
Ryan's
and piece of
Scooby
work
to
together.
the Shaggy.
But
Uh-oh.
I'm whoa, Aggie. He did the two on the left, the snow girl and the succubus. My friend Attack on Lion, also known as Kitty, which is you know Tensa, right?
Yeah.
Tensa-san gets
awesome.
it. Yeah, that's his girlfriend. Yeah,
looks so
and she did the two girls. Or sorry, the girl and the head on the right. And I did the man and the vampire
I like
cat
the
girl.
Vampire
cat
is
girl,
my favorite. She is
Yeah.
hilarious.
She's the what's it called? It's not protagonist. Dutagonist.
Her and
It's
the
like a
guy's
Greek
shoulder
term.
she's sitting on
Dutagonist,
is a lot
yeah.
of protagonist.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's her teacher. Well, he's not actually her teacher. He's just he's a biology teacher at the school, and he's got a huge interest in demi-humans, right? And he's like curious about them and stuff. And you think that the show would be like very
Not
sexual
in
or
the
something like that because it just
Yeah,
seems
that's
like
like the
that's the
nice-
nature of it. It's not at all. It's not at all.
Yeah, well,
except for like the
she's a-
succubus,
she's-
but it's like
she's a
just funny.
succubus, so,
It's just
yeah,
jokes. Yeah, but it's not in a
Yeah.
gross way. It's just
Aw.
it's so wholesome. The thing I also love it because I'm actually a teacher as well, and like this is like it's like the perfect situation. But he just helps them because they have trouble fitting in at school and they have issues. And society is adapted to them as well though.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
like kind of like that
each
postmodern.
student has their own difficulty.
But
Okay.
it's still hard. Yeah. And he acts as a mentor to them.
I need to check it out. Then it looks
It's a
cutesy.
12-episode anime, and I think it's only got like 4 volumes right now because it comes out
Alright.
by the volume. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I've got
buy
the
another
first
manga.
Just
two.
buy another. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will use my money and purchase something and
Please,
have it sent to
please just
Canada.
address it to Canada.
Yeah,
Just
just Canada.
And then all the other boxes just go blank.
Yeah,
There's no
just like,
postal code, no province,
We'll figure it out. There's
city,
only
country.
one street in the whole country.
Yeah, you could address it to.
We'll
Or you
just
could address it to
throw it
Mufasa.
over the wall of the
Yeah,
border.
Yeah.
Oh, haha. Yeah,
That's
I don't
funny,
live in
I'm actually
Africa.
using the Mufasa picture for the thumbnail, Ryan.
Find like
You're
a,
the one
find
who
like a
sent
gla-
it to me.
Find like a glacier to stand on, and that's
Oh,
like
do
you
you-
can pretend it's like the scene in Lion King or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
Giant
Pride
ice
Rock.
wall.
And I'm holding up
Yeah.
maple
Dude, that
syrup
would
and
that
pouring
would
it
break
over
the
the
internet
side.
if you did that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
The circle of
I
maple,
will
the
do-
circle
I
of
will
maple
do that.
syrup.
So lastly, Coyote, do you have a top obscure anime or manga?
I wouldn't really say it's obscure, but I kind of secretly enjoy reading Boruto. I guess.
Not.
Yeah,
That-
I
that's-
don't. Yeah, that's pretty obscure.
That's
a
obscure.
guilty
That's
pleasure.
obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are you are one of 3 people that enjoy it.
Every time a new chapter of Naruto comes out, I'll literally just skip to the last page and see like, is Naruto dead yet? Nope. Okay. Well, I'll find out next week. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
enjoy reading it, but obviously it's nothing compared to Naruto.
Yeah. I do not care about the character. I only care about the characters from the first
Yeah.
series. I don't care about.
The-
the new
I think that's
I will
that's
give
the
it
main
to the
Exactly.
reason why I like it.
manga. It's not as abysmal as the anime.
I don't watch the anime. Either.
Don't.
Okay. I've got a lot of friends who work on that anime, and
They're being
they're
held
just
captive.
like they grew up loving Naruto.
I was about to say, as long as they're not the
Yeah, they
script
are.
writers
Yeah.
and the animators. I mean, the animation's good on it, but
Well, I mean, you can't write the script for that anime
no,
since
it's not.
based
In the
off
slightest,
the manga.
it's not.
But they have filler stuff though.
we have it.
The anime.
Because they Studio. I despise Studio P
The
right
only
now.
decent one they
I
got out right now
despise them.
is they're stepping it up on Black Clover. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. But the staff is abused. They barely ever friggin' okay. They'll spend like days and weeks on their cuts, right? and then
Right.
Black Clover's compositing team will just actually fucking
God.
butcher it, and it'll look horrible in comparison to what it could have looked. And it's just like, can you be professional, please? Like, I don't know. Like, even some of us could even do the post-processing better, and we're like 17, 18, 19, 20 kind of thing.
Answer to that. It's like, can you do a better job? We can if it, doesn't cost as much money. Or, it's like it would be okay. I see what you're saying. It's like they're doing stuff they don't need to. Yeah.
Like, it's just badly done. Like, if they had just done it a different way, like, it's not like it would have been more work. In fact, like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, here, just give me the fucking file, I'll do it. Like, but you can't do that, of course, with them. But
I do have.
it's just it's pathetic. And then what they did to studio. Sorry, I'm Tokyo Ghoul-Re. They actually just don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's bad.
Okay.
It's bad.
I suppose I have two questions. One, Ryan, can you do Sasuke in your voice?
Oh my fucking god!
Wait! I'll get you. I'll get you set
dance.
up here. Sasuke.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sasuke. Mangekyo
Awesome.
Sharingan.
And I think the other one is mainly for like because I know Yugi starts it, but Ryan Tekking. Do you honestly think Bleach will come back like the anime?
Yeah, I've heard
I do.
things. I'm actually in talks with Kubo right now. No. It's like
Fucking
every.
get out!
Well, he wouldn't because he's not in charge of the animation or anything. But it's like I've heard things all the time. I signed a petition recently about it. It's just like, hey, I want it to come back. I hope it does. The fan base is still there, so it's not like nobody's gonna watch it. There's a lot of really cool scenes in the last arc. They could make money off of it. So come on, just do it already.
If
but
they
I have
do
no
it,
idea.
I think it should be seasonal, like 12 episodes, then stop.
I don't know.
12 episodes and stop. Yeah.
That'd be a
or
lot
just
of
give us
seasons.
one 12-episode season and just tell
But
each bye.
okay. Like for me, if you watched my update video, which you didn't, you'd know what my opinion is on it. I'm not salty. It will come back. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be this year or next year or the year after. I have a feeling it would be next year if it were to come back. Because they've been doing a lot of stuff. People think it's. I don't know if Jump Fest is going on right now. People are saying
started,
it.
this weekend. Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it this weekend or the
It's
weekend? that
this
just ended?
weekend.
No,
This weekend.
This coming
Okay.
weekend.
Okay.
Okay. Like people have hyped up that it'll come back or there's going to be an announcement at it. Some people have pretended that they know secret info and stuff, and then people spread that info around, and then
it becomes a mess. Yeah.
People get overhyped. Yeah. It will come back, obviously. When? Who knows? And if it were to come back, my worry just is, as I said previously, would be that. Well, yeah, they would fuck it up probably because people are like, "Oh my god, bring
Then you
Bleach
know
back,"
what?
because it would just be like
You
the
know
old
what?
Bleach.
That'll give them
You'd
more
hope
incentive to
so.
watch your stuff then, Ryan.
Yeah.
Be like, hey man,
Hopefully.
you could do this. You could watch this crappy version, or you could come over here where I actually care about the damn animation.
Yeah, I think it's also the fact that people were wondering if it's Jump Festa because there's supposed to be a huge announcement. The fact that Kubo's there as well, signing the jet books as well.
Well,
So
there's that, and also I think it was last Jump Festa they
Here,
didn't
let me
even
just
like
check
they had
one
this
thing.
big mural of all these Jump characters, and I don't think they had Ichigo on there at all.
Nope.
And it was just like, oh, that was like depressing. But hey, I've heard like, cause the anime ended in 2012, right, Ryan? March of 2012, I think it was.
6 years ago, I just know that.
Yes, and in that 6 years, I've heard rumors and things spread around on Facebook like it's coming back. August 2013, it's coming back. September 2014, it's coming back. I'm like, yeah. So it's like, I hope it does. It's just I'm just waiting for it. I'm not getting hyped until I actually see the damn official statement from Kudo or somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think I'll wait for an official announcement before anything.
Okay.
Kudo is cool.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this right on up. We are at 1 hour and 28 minutes. So if you guys want to give your outros, yeah.
That's
But
a brief
it was
video.
really enjoyable. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool.
Yep, it was a blast.
all right.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
No, that was bye. No, it was a lot of fun. Anytime, guys. I hope you found your success with the new podcast. It's shaping up to look pretty good, so I think you'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Later.